Hello everybody, Silas here, and today I have a video on something I worked a long time on. Well, not a super long time on, but something that I wanted to make a video on for a long time, and that is a Chasing Tail card game. So as you can see, I'm going all in with the Chasing Tail stuff here. We got the visual novel, the book, some merchy junk, but I always thought a card game would be super fun to make, so I made one. So, since I figure this is more of a devlog kind of video, I'm going to take you through the creation of this whole thing, and then I'll show off the main game a little bit afterwards, in a little bit. So obviously we got my iterations here, and this is where I started. I started planning the entire game out on this notepad paper, and I was doing this while I was in the car on a road trip with Draki, so I had, close to 50 hours to kill, so I wrote down every card, every concept, every idea, and once I was happy with my concept and everything I had here on this little notepad paper, I went ahead and I moved on to this. So this was also something I did on the road trip. Quick and dirty little cards that are just made out of regular old notebook paper. I cut them out into kind of little indexy card shapes and just quickly drew the basic information that I knew what it would mean, so I could kind of play a few rounds of the cards myself and, see if it would actually work. And I feel like it did. I feel like it was a little bit successful. It was kind of fun to play. And then while I was on the road, I was also, while we were staying in hotels, I started working on the actual artwork for the game. And I worked on this even more when I got back. It took, quite a while. Not a super long time, but I came up with all these cards here. So there's in this is version, I call this version 2 of the card game. This here is version 1. I guess this is just version 0, it's planning version. This is version 2 of the card game, where I actually got some cards printed. I made all of these cards into an actual nice format like this, and then I could actually play a serious round or two. And I did. I played for a few hours with Draki, and we kind of tossed back ideas about what was going to work, what wasn't going to work, what was fun, what might be able to be changed to make the game even better. And it was a really productive session. You're probably actually wondering how the game plays, and I'll go into that with version 3 here. So this is version 3 of the card game. It's what I like to call the final version, despite a few tweaks that still might be made if I get more of these printed. So this is how the game starts out. It's how it's laid out. We have these 3 different decks of cards. The first is character cards. Each have a character from the visual novel on them. So they've got the character, they have some character stats down here, they have a type, and then up here is a number, and that's the total that all these stats add up to. So that's kind of like the character's rank. So there's 5 different types of characters. You've got scalies, you've got furries, you've got marine animals, you've got avians, and then there are these other creatures, which are, the synths and characters that don't quite fit into another role. So besides those, you've got location cards. Each one of these is a location from the visual novel. So location cards will have what the location it is. They'll have a small description of a problem. They'll have a requirement at the bottom. And then they'll have some orange text here, which might give a certain character a boost or some sort of, additional effect. And then last we have item cards. So item cards a lot of them are little items that are referenced in the game, and they give some sort of alteration to other cards. So we have cards like this. This is Draki's Pride and Joy. So that's a weapon that Draki mentions in the game, and this adds 5+ to your character's power stat, and that's played later on in the game. In addition to those, we have 2 instruction cards, and these basically tell you how to play. So there's part 1, 2, 3, 4. So the setup is, depending on the number of players, you'll get either 3 or 4 character and item cards. And then you will flip over the top location card. So the objective of the game is to collect these location cards. So the game will play in rounds. So you're going to determine a player to go first. And for simplicity's sake, I'm going to go first since I'm the only one playing. And you're going to start with a character pass. That's what I call it. So starting with me, you want to play a character who's going to have a high stat that matches the required stat for the location. So this location requires bravery. So I'm going to look through my deck and find somebody with a high bravery. These stats are numbered 0 to 10. Draki has a bravery of 10, so I'm going to play him. The next player is going to do the same thing. So they're going to play this Mishen card. She's got a bravery of 8. And that's the character pass. All players will go around and they'll play a character face up in front of them that they think can meet this requirement the best. There's a little bit of text at the bottom here that says, if Storm is played, his stats receive a bonus and all start at 10. So what that simply means is if you have the character Storm and you play him, all of his stats will start at 10, even if they're not 10. So now that the character pass is done and everybody plays their characters, the item pass will start. So now in the same order that you played characters, I have the ability to either play an item from my hand or not. So I have these 4 items that will do different things to the characters on the board. Like, for example, this item will give +2 to all stats of avian characters. This card will let me draw 5 item cards and then pick one to keep. So I want to play item cards that are going to keep my character's bravery stat higher than everybody else's, or maybe lower other people's bravery stat. So I'm not going to play any cards. I have the option to either play a card or not play a card, so I'm not. And it's going to pass to the next player's turn. So now they have the option to do the same thing. So they have a few different cards here, and maybe they're going to play this card here. This is Experimental Doppelmine, and it says, everyone swaps their played character with the person on their right. So they're going to play this card, and that's going to force, since there's only 2 of us, we're going to have to swap characters. Now all of a sudden, they have the character that has the highest stat bravery. So now play comes back around to me. Now I can play another item if I want. So we're just going to keep going around the circle until everybody stops playing items. Once you get a full revolution around all players and nobody plays an item, then the item pass is completed, and that's when you determine who the winner of that round is. So my character is the purple type of Other. Since she's Mishen, she's a Graboid, and I have this item card that raises the stats of all other type characters to 2. So I can play this, and now my character's bravery is at a 10, so we're tied. If the round ends in a tie, nobody wins and nobody gains the location card. So now play is going to pass back around to the next player. They have this card here, the SPPA checkpoint, which negates the effects of another player's card. So they can play this to negate the effects of my card here, which brings my character back down to 8. So now they're winning again. I can decide to play an item or not play an item. I could play this card, but I'm not going to. I'm going to concede and not play an item. They're also going to concede and not play an item because they're winning this round, so they don't have to. So now that all players refuse to play an item, the round is over. This character, Draki, has the highest stat, so they get to keep the location card. So after the round is over, all the cards are gathered, so we gather all the item cards, and we discard them. Same with the characters. We gather them, and we discard them. To restart for the next round, everybody should draw 1 new character card, and everybody will draw 1 new item card. That's part of the risk of playing more than 1 item card in a round. You only gain 1 item card per round, but you can play as many as you want until you're out. Then you can't play anymore. So this is a new round. We're going to draw and put a new location card down, and now it's this player's turn to start. And these are the very basic rules of the Chasing Tail card game. So there's nearly 100 cards in these 3 decks combined, and you can play with 2 to 8 players. Depending on how many players you play with, depends on how many cards you start with. So the more players, definitely the more wacky things will get with these item cards, especially if you have, let's say, 6 players. Well, there's only 4 types of characters, so cards like this where you're going to add 2 to a specific type of character, or do some other things like swap locations, or everybody swaps characters, or draw items from each other. There's going to be some fun situations and a lot of changing tides as people play their cards down. So all in all, that brief overview of the Chasing Tail card game. If I can get any footage of just some people playing this card game together, maybe I'll put it up here too, to maybe view a little game, or maybe I'll mock a game and play that myself. Anyway, thanks for checking out my little card game. Hopefully this gave you a good idea on how to play, and maybe you'll see it up for sale sometime. If you're interested in getting a copy or playing a copy, let me know.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna get it too. I want to go.
Oh.
No, Blake.
There's a VR head in my way. Well, I only have a 2 power.
Well.
You might think, oh, what about your other one? Oh, it's worse, actually.
Okay, so I'm going to switch Silas for Recon.
Draki, I am surprised. How could you not pick yourself?
Because he's weaker in this scenario.
It's not about the weakness or strength. It's about personality.
I want to win. What happened?
Look at Ace's item. It gives you -5 to your purple character.
I didn't know that.
Wait. Who has the most power right now?
Blink, you have the most
You.
power.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone got nerfed to shit by this thing.
And I should have picked Draki then.
Wait, what's happening? Oh, we just
Everyone is swapping characters with the person on the right, so all the character cards are moving to the left.
Okay.
How
Well,
could you?
it doesn't change anything for me, so.
How could you? I was one step away from perfection.
I'm even worse now.
Regis is in the lead again.
Because you got Recon.
Yeah, Regis is in the lead with 11.
Just wait for me. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Sneaky plan. I am using the card.
Blinky, you didn't have to do that.
I had to
Why?
to screw you over.
Okay, so we got dexterity.
Keeping on brand, I'm playing a deer.
I trade.
No.
What?
I got parking.
Everybody pass your cards to the left.
Oh my god. Blinky did nothing except ruin the day for me.
I'm sorry.
-4 to all the red ones.
There
That
you go.
fucking.
Now we're
You
tied.
stole my deer, so now I'm going to kill it.
At 10, and then they have -4, and then they have -2. So they get -6, which means they're both at 4, which means Case is the winner right now.
It's getting complicated.
Regis
Case is in the lead? Alright, let's undo that.
God fucking.
Well,
will not
if
use
that's
this
happening, then I want to get +1 and then
So
4.
now
too.
Draghi is also tied at 4.
Everyone gets shot. -3 to everyone.
God fucking.
So now, right now, Alex will be in the lead with the lowly 2.
I'm gonna do that, and Blinky, I'm gonna take your item.
What? What?
Steal your item, Blink.
Thank you.
Try and keep an item around from the other player's hands. You only have the one item, so he just straight up takes it.
Where's the standing right now? Who's
Right now, me and Alex are tied at 2.
Yes.
Regis, I'm going to suffocate you.
You could try. You could try.
I'll skip.
Draghi,
I have nothing.
Blink.
Are you really asking me?
Aren't I tied now?
Yeah, you and Alex
Yeah.
are tied.
Yeah. So what are we supposed to do with a tie?
What do we do about it?
You're welcome,
So
Draghi.
in the event of a tie, don't hate me. But the rules right now state that nobody wins the card and it gets discarded.
All this for nothing.
I've
Wow.
doomed everybody.
Congratulations, Silas. You made Dark Souls out of this game.
Alright, the next location, it's power or dexterity.
Okay,
And just so everyone is aware, currently standing seems to be me and Silas in a tie.
Oh gee, I don't know. Should I play my one item? No, I'm not playing my one item.
Oh, it's actually Blink. Blink's winning because of
I'm winning. Oh.
because of Regis.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Regis item gets a +2, so Blink is at 6. No, Blink is at 8.
Blink is at
Blink wins.
Okay, everybody skipped, which means Blink is the winner.
Holy shit! I won one round.
Bravery is the next one.
And now, behold, all of you peasants, I got 1.
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Regis, you have too many cards, so I'm just gonna downgrade myself and you.
You sabotage.
Question to Regis. Regis, are those items?
Yes.
Good. I'm using this one. You're familiar with this, aren't you?
Yeah. Sadly, it's not the right one.
I will kill you.
You can try, but you know
I
you
will.
can't.
Just you wait.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Changing spots.
No.
What?
Well,
Oh.
I hate you.
Still intelligence.
god fucking damn it! Oh!
That's
Whoa, god!
Why? Who did that and why?
Me too. What? How did that happen?
And that concludes the game. I put Thor in attack mode. He has now 200 points of health. It's my turn, yes?
I think Ruga's in the lead now.
Wait, what happened?
How much
Did
does Ruga
double
have?
lower?
No, Alex is in the lead with 7.
-5,
Oh, yeah,
and then
Alex
you give me -4.
Yeah, Alex is in the lead with 7. You guys just got destroyed.
Wow! Well,
All purples have -9.
You have 7 intelligence. Sorry, not intelligence.
Sounds great for everyone except for me because if someone plays a shuffle, no matter what direction, I'm screwed.
Funny you are saying this.
Mm.
No, I'm joking.
I mean, I honestly don't know if you'll be able to come back from this track. You were at 1.
Yeah, you are.
Well, at least I can maybe help other people getting points. Well, but I have nothing, so I skip.
Well, thanks to Draki, I can now execute my master plan. -3 to everybody.
I always have a gun on me.
Well, I think I'm winning still at 5 then.
Ace doesn't have a 5 too, since
A
Draghi played.
5 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silas, you said you were tied?
Yes.
Not anymore.
You.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
-4.
Well, they
Okay.
are still tied because they both
So I'm
lose,
at-
right?
I mean, they
I'm
are still
open
tied,
now.
but now they're at rock bottom.
Okay, who's in the lead then? Thanks to Blink, my plan is ruined, so I skip.
We have 4 10s. No one's winning. Regis has a 10. Draki has a 10. Blink has a 10. I have a 10.
I'm giving myself 5 bravery.
Draki's still at 15, so Ruga, Alex, and Ace get affected.
So does Draki.
No,
Draki.
I am.
This Draki.
I am
No,
purple.
this Draki. No, the one on the board.
The one on the board.
The one made out of paper, damn it.
The card, Draki. Even
Alright,
though I'm kind of
just
double
put
points.
this here. That's 20.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, that's 20. That means Ace takes it.
No, don't do it.
Do it, Blink.
No!
Just
why
because
you
you pulled it. You want it, you have it.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you're down to 11 then.
No, 9. All non-scales lose 2 more.
You know what? Screw it.
Uh-oh.
Change places.
No!
Screw
I'll
you.
take Regis.
Pass your character to the right.
Oh my god, I got the terrible one. Should have went to black.
Oh,
So
Gotcha.
who's winning? The Silas card is winning, so Regis is winning.
Yeah.
No, you guys take 3, so I can
Oh.
win. -3 to everybody. I am at 6.
So you and Regis are tied at 6.
Oh, why? No! Why do you keep? every time attack me.
I gave you a victory. I can also take it.
No, you cannot.
Scaly lose 4.
Skaties lose 4.
God fucking damn it!
Am I winning now?
Wait.
We're tie again.
Oh. What are we swapping now?
Everybody swaps the character that they have played with the character in their hand.
You're not screwed. I'm
Oh,
screwed.
I'm actually gaining.
I'm at -8.
I'm at -5.
So wait, Jackie, what are you at?
I'm at 3.
Actually, you know what? We're going down in a blaze
No.
of glory.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Oh,
Oh god!
well, I am negating that item, so I'm still at 3.
Okay.
Can everybody agree that I won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You have
that's
a little
what's
crown
going on
to
here.
prove it, too. You got a
Is
little crown.
anybody objecting to Draki winning?
I
win.
fold.
Ooh, I got 3
Hooray.
cards, I win.
Okay. So
Yay, Jackie won.
we're gonna call that the game.
If I said that was the end of the video, I lied. I'll be tacking on this little end card just to let you know that I'm consistently working on new projects. Mostly programming and games, but I'll be trying to be a little bit more open and transparent about what's going on by making more videos like this. And if you'd like to support my games or my work, please feel free to check out my Patreon or come chat with me on Telegram or Discord and give me your thoughts. I have a lot of neat projects and pieces of work that I really just have no clue how to showcase, so feel free to stop by and say hi. Thank you. Goodbye.